Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. I've arrived. Alright, so we're starting another week. Yes, as I mentioned, I do have a meeting today, so I will not be, I won't be, or I don't know why I'm stopping myself there. I was going to say exactly what I meant to say. Anyway, meeting today, won't be able to stream at the usual time, so instead we are streaming now. So let's see. Yes, so today we're going to be playing Ni no Kuni. We have concluded our grinding. I thought about maybe going and, continuing to search for a Toko Toko. But, nah. Nah. Not feeling it. So, we'll leave our, or not necessarily a Toko Toko, but also a Toko, perhaps. But we're going to leave it as it is for now. And if I really feel so inclined, I might go back and grab one. But certainly I'm not planning on doing that on stream, at least not at the moment. So, other than that, let's see. Wednesday, more Ni no Kuni. Friday, more Ni no Kuni. And of course, on Friday, the usual time for Fridays is changing. So that will instead, our Friday stream will instead be at, let's see, I believe 10. What was it last week? 10? That sounds about right. 10 a.m. Central Time. Yeah, today is a bit of an exception, but I think we can expect, or I guess I can expect, I do expect at least 1 to 2, well, at least 1, probably 2, possibly more Monday meetings in any given month. So, Monday sort of evening meetings, I should specify. So, it's not going to happen consistently enough that I'm going to, switch to streaming on Mondays as the default, or streaming in the morning or afternoon on Monday as the default. I could, probably, if I fiddled around with my schedule enough. 'Cause hey Pick, glad to have you here. Yes, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yes, so I can adjust my schedule a little bit, possibly, if I need to for Mondays, but as of the moment, we're not expecting to need any particular, we're not expecting a guaranteed need to not be streaming in the evenings on Mondays. I really could have phrased that better, but hopefully I've gotten my point across. So yes, you can assume that for most of the Mondays on any given month, I will be streaming at the usual time. Today is an exception. I can guarantee at least 1 exception, probably 2 exceptions on any given month. So we'll see. So yes, as for things that are not particularly unusual this week, tomorrow we'll be playing some more Borderlands 2 with Altariana, Judakami, and Sheppy Sheps. I'm trying to think. I don't know. If we don't finish it on this upcoming Tuesday, tomorrow even, probably it will be not much later than, I don't know, I said not much later than as though, yeah. It will probably happen the following Tuesday, but we will see. So yeah, we discussed very briefly last week the idea of doing DLC for Borderlands 2. And we might do 1 or 2 of them. I don't know how much all of us are interested in the DLC. Me being me, if it were all up to me, then I'd be doing all of the quests and all of the DLC, and all of the quests in all the DLC. But I understand that is not necessarily everyone's cup of tea. So let's see. Yes, and Thursday, we'll be playing Save Me Sakuya-san by Sigurd Team, the fine folks who brought us Dab on Darkness, and Sakuya Izoi gives you advice and dabs, and Naitori Kawashiro offers you an advice in exchange for cucumbers, and then eats the cucumbers, and CBT with Yuka Kazami, and the Truly Knowledge's Surprise, among other things. But those are the things of theirs that we have played on stream. So, we're going to be playing another game of theirs on this upcoming Thursday. Let's see. What else is there to say? I'm still very much behind on my VOD uploading. Hopefully, I should. Let's see. Because, yeah, I don't have... Yeah, one of my jobs, I usually work on Mondays. But for at least the next couple of weeks, I will not have a shift on Monday for that job. So, yeah, so I should have... I should have. Whether or not I make use of it is another question. But I will make an effort, and you know what? I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget, because that is really my great enemy. VODs. I need to. I have most of my. I think all but I think my Friday VOD. I do have uploaded on YouTube. I just haven't made them public yet. So, I need to do that at some point, because we're sitting on about a week of VODs that haven't been uploaded, or have been uploaded but haven't been made public, which is very unfortunate and rather sloppy of me. I don't think I've ever been this behind before, but it is what it is. So, let's see. So yeah, so that is the schedule business. So, for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you can expect streams at the usual times, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Today, I'm streaming now, so you can expect the stream now. Then on Friday, we'll be streaming at 10 p.m. or 10. I always say p.m. 10 a.m. Central Time. So let's see what else. So we do have some, I guess, secondary business. So I have a Ko-fi, Ko-fi, Fifo-Fum. Where is it? Hold on. Fifo-Fum. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Man, that's a deep cut there. But yes. I'm referencing Jack and the Beanstalk, aren't I? Right? I think. That seems like an odd thing to reference, but, you know, it is what it is. Anyway. I have a Ko-fi now. Coffee. I don't know. I'm assuming it's pronounced coffee. That's probably how it's pronounced. But, I don't know. I usually... The hyphen makes me want to emphasize the break between, ka and fi a lot. And I've heard people pronounce it Ko-fi. That's how I've heard it pronounced most frequently. So, whatever it is, there should be a link to it in my Twitch description here, and you can give me money if you want to. Of course, you know, you got to take care of yourself. So, you know, don't not take care of yourself for my sake. Yeah, because, you know, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. But, yeah, I didn't actually create that account specifically for the stream, actually. I did that, I did that for a commission that I did, which was Alt's VTuber model. And I just figured, you know, I've got this set up now, so I might as well link it to Twitch. There's probably other platforms that I could, you know, have a bit more, Twitch integration with. I know that you can get, live notifications, live coffee notifications on Twitch, I think. But, I don't know, they're not super customizable from what I've seen. You can customize the text, but I don't think you can change what they look like, necessarily. You can change the audio thing, you know, notification as well. I don't know. I guess I'll have to look into it. And I know you can also attach messages to Ko-fi donations. So, I don't know, I guess I'll need to start checking on those so that I, don't, you know, if, for the sake of anyone who does make a donation. And again, not necessary. I appreciate your support just from being here. Yeah. So yes. So, other than that, I have also ordered some. I've ordered some more equipment. Specifically, we're going to be getting a. I am going to be getting. I guess not we. But I mean, I guess I could order a webcam and a mic and a webcam stand and a mic shock mount for everybody. But I don't know that I could necessarily afford that. But I, at least, I don't know about you, but I, at least, am going to be getting one of each of those things that I just mentioned. Yeah, new webcam, so that I don't have to use my phone anymore, and I can, you know, have it elsewhere. Or if I need, I don't know, I guess I don't need to use my phone when I'm on the stream generally. But it'll be nice to have it free if I do need it. And that way I can, if it becomes necessary, I can look at a notification, I can look at notifications and whatnot. Or, you know, search things up on my phone or something without having to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Without, because yeah, I can't, like, switch off of the phone webcam app on my phone without, like, messing up my webcam. I don't know that it necessarily always can't, like, there may be a setting that lets me, you know, maintain the connection while not focused on that particular app. But if there is, I haven't found it yet. So yeah, so if necessary, I can check phone notifications and all that and use it for other things. I don't know why I feel the need to explain to you how to use what a phone is used for. But, you know, just in case, I suppose. So anyway, that's the webcam and the shock mount so that I don't, when I make contact with the microphone or its stand, it won't be as big of a deal, ideally. There's also like a pop filter coming with it. I don't know, I've got a pretty okay pop filter set up right now. It's just that the pop filter came with the particular shock mount that I was using, so I just figured, I mean, I don't necessarily want to go out of my way to find one that doesn't have yeah, I don't want to go out of my way to find one that doesn't have a pop filter, just for the sake of not getting one when I already have one. So we'll see if that is anything. Basically, my current pop filter is actually just like a sock. It's a sock that I've cut up and now have rubber banded to my microphone. So the fact that this is not a sock may make it produce better results, but again, we will see. So, other than that, speaking of notifications, a timer just went off on my computer, so I've got to go put my laundry in the dryer. So I'll be right back. Oops. There we go. Alright, we're back. Let's see. Anything else to say? I think we should be more or less good. Because yes, we went over VODs and equipment and coffee. So, I suppose we'll get started. Let's see here. Here we go. So yeah, I guess sort of related to the idea of the Ko-Fi and the and commissions and whatnot, like I mentioned. I believe I've spoken about this before, but I am wanting to do commissions at some point in the not too distant future, ideally. Currently I'm not taking them at the moment, in case anyone was wondering. I probably could have just traveled instead of traveling, but you know, we're not too far from a come yet, I suppose. So yeah, so not taking commissions at the moment. I don't know when I'm necessarily going to open them. I have no immediate plans to do so, I suppose I should say. Because yeah, I've spoken about this before, but I've yet to reach a point where I can produce artwork that I think is of a quality that I would feel comfortable charging people for it within a time frame that I would feel reasonable, like doing it within a time frame that I would feel reasonable charging people for, basically. Because yeah, even the project that I have just concluded, which didn't take super long, all things considered, took a lot longer than I was hoping for and expecting. So, yeah. And for that, I didn't even need to draw anything. I just needed to rig a model in VTube Studio, or Live 2D, and then, you know, put it into VTube Studio, I guess. Get it ready for VTube Studio. Alright. So, what do we want to do for familiars? We're going to keep Napoleon around, because why would I not? After all this time, and all of these sunk costs, we're going to continue sinking our costs. So yes, Anstonio is probably a little bit weaker than Anstonio used to be, but you know, the only cure for that is to get more fighting experience for Anstonio. My audio sounds a little bit different in my monitor today. Oh, we're getting some sort of feedback. Alright, 1 second. Okay, so I'm not noticing it anymore. So hopefully it's gone. Not sure what that's about. Yeah. Foliage, we don't need on hand. Johnny D, I don't necessarily care to have on hand. Will? What's Will do? Will does fire and dark. And Sonia also does fire and dark, I think. Whoops. Nope, don't release. Please don't. Jabbo. Does Jabbo do magic damage, broadly speaking? I don't know. We'll keep Dunk, and that sound's coming back, I think. Well, it is what it is. Gunther, I don't know how much we care for Gunther, to be honest. Because Gunther's... Okay, Gunther has good AoE. Has, like, Rockfall, which, like, hits everyone for pretty solid damage. But we could maybe do better. Let's see. Sort them by highest level. Let's see. I don't remember how advanced. No, Thumbo is at least 3rd stage. I'm confident. Because yeah, he's up here with other. I guess Sumbler must also be 3rd stage. Or no. Pullman is, I know for sure. I don't know that Masham is. I don't know that Fine Ally is. I know that Bendit isn't, though. So it could be that Pullman is our lowest level 3rd form familiar. Although actually, or are they just numbered by level? I guess that could be possible. Because I don't think we ever advanced Tanny. But Lucky is at least second stage. Pardon me a sec. Ah. My bad. Yeah, Winger's 2nd stage. We know that much. Biggs is. Chicago is. And Pullman is... Okay, no. Yeah, we know Winger's 2nd stage. We know Biggs is 2nd stage. But we know that Pullman is 3rd stage. So yeah, so this is just based on levels. So Thumbo could be 2nd stage. I kind of want to get Go-Go back. So we'll pick up Go-Go. And we'll take a look at what Skelly's got in terms of abilities. I don't know. I think I will keep the AoE attacks, for the most part, on Oliver. Well, because yeah, the thing is, I don't want to have my allies using their MP too quickly. But I guess I could just tell them to not use abilities, more or less. Because if I tell them to defend, then they will prioritize defending over not using abilities, and will use their abilities to heal and to give defensive buffs. I believe that seems to be what happens from what I recall seeing. And same with attack, they will use abilities to attack even if I've commanded them not to use abilities. So... So yeah, so we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Keep Gunther around as a familiar with a big damage AoE. Well, I say AoE, just a target, like a move that targets everybody. We will keep War Cry, Cut Loose, deals physical, random slashes deals physical damage to all enemies. I thought that meant that it did random physical damage. Like it chose enemies, like it did a certain number of hits or something, and then randomly assigned the damage between enemies. But it doesn't say deals random damage, like random physical damage to all enemies. It says random slashes deal physical damage to all enemies. So I don't know if random in this case is just them describing, using a descriptor, to describe how the move is in a sort of in-universe diegetic sense, rather than, them actually describing the mechanical functions of the move. Yes. So get you another trick. Use both the attack and magical attack of one ally. Strength sapping technique. Stronger heal could be nice on Oliver. You're fine. Oliver's pretty optimized for damage dealing at this point, except for Claptrap, who is more defensive. In fact, let's see. I guess, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yes, Puncher is a big damage dealer. Maddening Melody. All enemies. That would be nice on Anstonio, but I don't know that there's any way to necessarily get it on Anstonio. Because yeah, Puncher... No, Puncher's pretty tough. Puncher's pretty tough. I think that's okay. That's a fine ability to have on him. Because yeah, Puncher... Well, I was going to say Puncher's not all that much worse than Anstonio. He's a lot worse than Anstonio in terms of just physical defense. But he's got pretty good magic defense. Higher evasion, for what it's worth. So, Napoleon. What do we want on you? I think Harp was the big move that we've been saving up for, or that we've been leveling up Napoleon for. So I guess we'll leave you with that. Rockabye Baby. Thunderspark. Let's see, that's storm damage to a single enemy, that's fine. And you do physical damage well enough with your attack, so we'll just give you Bubble Bath instead. Doom. What do we want on Doom? Sleep. We've got all enemy sleep on you. Demon's Fury, Curses. You who don't. That's not great on our friend here, I don't think. Yours Curse. Uses health to restore, recharge with the aid of electricity. I don't know what that means, or does, but I guess we're gonna find it. Well, I know what it does, it kills, presumably. But, yes, Yoo-hoo. I'm not sure how that differs from Maddening Melody, but I guess it's probably just stronger. Water Bomb, you can keep that. Evil Embrace, you can keep that. Yeah, but what can you do? You will get a water move at a pretty high level. Other than that, you got physical damage, evasion buff, attack buff. I don't know. I don't know how much we care for Jabba, to be honest. Man, Will has a lot of resistances and a fair few weaknesses too. Let's see. Leech. Swain isn't super reliant on MP, I don't think. So we'll give him some more expensive abilities. Yeah, I don't know how much we care for Jabba, to be honest, though. Go. I'm not sure. Let's see. Diablo's more offense focused than Napoleon, but has less magic evasion or magic. What? Magic defense. That's just about the only thing that he's worse off in, except accuracy, I suppose. We'll give you some good. We'll keep Go-Go on hand, I think. Scully. What can Scully do? What do we want out of Scully? Soul Shield. Magic defense buff for a single ally. That could be useful. Sabotage, defense, debuff. Scully's not super strong, huh? I guess Scully doesn't have a weapon right now, so that's probably part of it. Yeah, Pirate's Cutlass. Thunder Shield. Alright, much better. Not great still, it would seem, but much better. Yeah. Then Percival's fine as is, I think. Yeah, we will. This should be fine. I've really got to get out of the habit of like, I don't like just standing around here because there's no music and it puts me off a little bit. But anyway, let's go talk to Kulon. I've forgotten her voice, unfortunately. May we begin the ceremony, Oliver? Sure. Sure. Ready when you are, Your Highness. Oliver, you know of a spell named Rejuvenate? Sure I do. It turns back the clock for objects to before they were old or broken. And it is the memory of the object the memory retained within objects that is being revived. Only the spell Breach Time allows time itself to be manipulated. Now, I believe that Rejuvenate should be able to restore the magic stones to the state they were in 15 years ago. Oh, I get it. That way they'll be the same as Mornstar from 15 years ago. Huh. Indeed. I'll need to combine the spell Rejuvenate with the ritual required to reunite the stones with Mornstar. Lipinek, wouldn't that be a bit of a search even for you, Your Highness, Your Heavenliness? It will not be easy. I understand why Marcusson balked at the challenge, but I believe that I can do this for you. Thank you, Your Highness. Now, without further ado, let the ritual commence. Alright, here we go. There we go. Alright, we are ready to face Shadar with the power of stones. Very nice. Obtained Mornstar. Nice. Sip real quick. The ritual is complete. What you now hold is Mornstar in its true form. Please, consult your wizard's companion. The wand's power has restored new pages, with new spells for you to use. Alright, healing hand. Well, we just got a stronger heal after I was talking about that, it seems like. Or is that a revive, actually? Fortune's Fool. Not sure what that does. Unleash. Jeepers, these spells look so neat. Hopefully we'll get to use them, unlike the other ones that we didn't get to use when we got them in, like, Tahiti. Did we got spells in Tahiti from after we, beat the boss in, Mummy's Tummy. I'm pretty sure. But we haven't used any of those spells ever, and they haven't showed up in our spell list, I don't think. spell known as Unleash will prove very useful to you, I am certain. Doubtless, you have done battle with those creatures known as Guardians, whose poor hearts had to be broken by Shadar. When you defeated them, you received certain gemstones, did you not? Oh, we've got summon materia now. That's right, they dropped them big jewels, isn't it, Ollie boy? These gems are symbols of the Guardians' gratitude and contain a part of their spirit and life force. Beavers! By using Unleash, you can channel the energies which reside in the gems and call upon the Guardian's strength in battle. With that power at your command, you'll be able to hold your own against even Shadar. But thank you, Your Highness. That sounds like it'll come in real handy. That doesn't sound too shabby, does it, Oliver? Shadar will be quaking in his boots. I've really forgotten Swain's voice. I never had a strong grasp on it, but I have an even weaker grasp on it now. You are now better equipped to face Shadar in battle, but a serious obstacle stands between you and any such encounter. Oh, here we flip and go. What is it this time? Shadar dwells within the castle of Nevermore. It lies to the north of here, beyond the miasma marshes. Should a careless traveler be engulfed in the dark miasma for which the marshes are known, they will be lost forever. Wait a second. Miasma marshes? What is it, Esther? Have you heard of them? It is something my father spoke of once. He told me of a mist that was so dark no light could penetrate it. Miasma. He said that the only way to clear it was with the call of a clarion. The clarion. Clarion? I remember you saying we'd be the ones to play it again, Esther. Yes, the clarion is the symbol of peace that was created by the three kings of this world. Now, what was the rhyme? In Ding Dong Dell they carved full well that old Mamuni wood, and bear it then to Hamelin to make it sound so good. I'm impressed by your knowledge, Esther, but then you are the daughter of a great sage. Oh, it's just a rhyme I learned when I was little. So if we give this clarion a good honk, it'll clear us a path across the miasma marshes, will it? That is correct, and the first thing you will require to make the clarion is the holy wood. That old Mamuni wood. I think it's time we pay the Khalifa a visit. Alright. Wonder Wand. Alright, let's see what our stats are like now. Alright, plus 63, very good. Yeah, much better. But yeah, what's our magic attack compared to our most magical familiars? Pretty good. I think it's been a little bit since, I don't know, there was definitely a point where Oliver had been overtaken by some of his familiars. Ah, okay. That doesn't have an MP cost associated with it, which is interesting. I wonder if it's maybe something that you can only do when you get like a golden glim. That does something. Completely heals. Oh, okay, so that's a full heal. Alright. Magic attacks. Magic attacks, reducing the damage sustained from spells and tricks. Okay. So that, to me, implies that tricks always count as magical, regardless of whether they do physical damage or elemental damage, or, you know, what the nature of the trick is, it would seem. So that's useful to know. And Fortune's Fool. I have no idea what that does, so let's... Nope, not the journal. Wizard's Companion. Then... Yeah, spells. There's the spells. Fortune's Fool. Where's the icon for that? Is this it? Yes. Alright. There will be times in your life where nothing seems to work, and the obstacles in front of you seem insurmountable. It is on such occasions, and only on such occasions, that Fortune's Fool could be your savior. Of course, there is no way of knowing what effect it will have. Indeed, it could even be harmful. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Alright. Open Mind. That's a spell that we haven't seen ever. Puppet String we've used. Insight, I don't think we've used. Spirit Medium we use fairly regularly. Bridge. We don't use enough. I feel like we could use it more. Loaf of Life, I don't think we've ever used. Secret Ingredient we used once. Ward is a in-battle move. Reach Time we've used once and we can only use once. Fuse, we've never used that. Seek Fortune, what was this? Vacate. We probably could use that if the conditions were right. I don't think we have done it, but we probably could. Mimic we've never used. We don't have the option to use. Quicken Growth we've used. We haven't used Magic Lamp though. Haven't used Vanish. Haven't used Second Self. Levitate. You used Levitate, I think. Or, Travel we use frequently, Spring Lock. Anyway, that's not, Debbie Sheps. Hey, Tiberious, no audio. Hope you've been well. No audio as in, we don't have audio? Or... Yeah, so anyway, well, I was about to say I'm doing well. If we don't have audio, I guess I can't tell you that, but, yeah, no audio. Alright. Alright, let me check my stream, I guess. Because, yeah, it says I have audio. Oh dear. What have I done? Hold on. Okay. Nope, okay, we have audio. So yeah, anyway, hello Sheps. Yeah, how are you doing? Okay, so we have new bounty hunts. Ooh, that's an ominous looking icon. Yeah, I suppose we'll go hunt these bounties real quick. Yeah, no new errands it looks like, interestingly enough. I guess conditions haven't changed all that much. Yes, fully heals. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of spells that, like... Unleash. I guess that's a battle spell, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing happens there. Oh wait, I went into the spell menu for a reason. Yeah, we'll go to Album Moon. Yes, we do have some... Let's see, we also need to go... We need to go to Album Moon for the plot. But we also need to go to other places. Album Moon, the Winterland somewhere, or that other bounty. And then there was one more, but I can't remember where that was. But there was at least one in Old Smoky, so we might as well do this first, because we're here. Winter Isles, Southern Winter Wonderland, Western Rolling Hills, and on top of Old Smoke. Alright. We can reach the top pretty quick and easy here, I think. Yeah, we are going to run into some enemies, it looks like, but it is what it is.
We're under attack!
But yeah, we'll take this opportunity to change everyone's tactics. Don't use abilities, don't use abilities, don't use abilities. Thank you. Yeah, ideally we won't have to, like, fight
What can I say?
hardly at all on our way up. Because yeah, every fight that we get into is probably just a pretty big waste of time at this point. Because I don't think that they really have enough XP to enough XP or valuable enough resources that they drop to really justify it. Fortunately, most enemies shouldn't bother us, but it is what it is. Yeah, I say most enemies shouldn't bother us, and then 2 enemies try to bother us.
Stay calm now!
Yeah, pretty quick, these fights. Except in the case where the enemies are, resistant to the damage that we deal, but it is what it is. It'd be nice if the, dungeon warp, points, like, also let you teleport to, like, the end of the dungeon. That'd be a nifty little, quality of life improvement. It's a little bit odd that they don't do that, considering that they do allow you to, they do have something that fulfills the same purpose in, Hamlin, there we go. They do have something that fulfills the same purpose in Hamlin. Man, these guys are really aggressive, huh? Yeah, they have something that fulfills the same purpose in Hamlin, despite the fact that you don't have to, like, get into fights in Hamlin, and it's relatively smaller and easier to navigate than most dungeons, I think.
We did it!
Not bad. We did get a moon drop, which is potentially useful. I don't think we need a moon drop per se. I think there's some familiars that we have that would like a drop of some other kind. But I don't know if any of our familiars that we have on hand at the moment can still metamorphose at this point. Probably would have been for the best to save there, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think now that the volcano's not imminently erupting, these vents shouldn't be spewing fire, so we should just be able to go. It is a little bit fun that plugging the top of the volcano makes lava stop coming out of the sides also. Lava and fire, I guess. As though the volcano, needed to, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, because it's not, like, it does not comply with physics as I understand them. Which isn't to say that it necessarily doesn't comply with physics, but I guess we don't have a startling abundance of plugged volcanoes that we can observe and derive information from.
Stay calm now!
Honestly, I feel like these balloon guys getting in our way is going to cause like at least half of the travel time involved in getting to the top of Old Smoky here. In between the battle starts and the battle ends. These guys are gonna be something of a problem too, it seems like.
Here goes nothing.
And remember when enemies used to only spawn in twos? That was a long time ago, it feels like. You're slow, so we can avoid you. And in theory, you shouldn't follow us on this. There we go. Alright, we're at the top. We've got, I'm pretty sure, at least very close to, if not exactly at, full HP and MP. Let's see. We got an advanced magmatum here, it seems like. So the Blazing Blade is not going to help us in any capacity, I don't think. I think that's fair to say. Oops. So instead, we'll equip you with a Bluster Blade. Slightly weaker, but it is what it is. I've been saying that a lot today. Anyone else that does fire damage? I don't think so. At least not with their attacks, per se. Yes, you are fully advanced, if I do say so myself. Magmadonna. Alright, let's go for it.
Stay calm now.
Yes, you are almost certainly weak to ice, or to water rather. Indeed. Alright, I guess now that we are in battle, we can have everybody use abilities and whatnot. It doesn't take a whole lot of physical damage, at least not from me, it seems like. Not a lot of magic damage either. Let's buff ourselves a little bit. Pretty low damage. Yeah, the damage on my normal attacks, now that my attacks are off, is pretty good now. Let's see if we can get the Magmadonna down before we run out of time. It seems like probably not, but oh, we did actually. Very nice.
We won!
I liked it. Alright, that's one bounty down. And that's also Esther, pretty low on health, huh? I don't know why that was. 'Cause, yeah, we've already established Puncher as being, you know, a beast. I guess Puncher is weak to fire, I think. So there's that. Oops. Yeah. We can't travel out of here, I don't think. And I could save the MP for Vacate by, you know, going to the warp point. But we're not going to bother, I don't think. Yeah, so we need to go to Yule. Or the rough vicinity of Yule, anyway. And so yeah, so we'll do this. We'll go back to Alma Moon. We'll do the what needs doing there. We're now in the south of the Winter Isles. Back across the playground. I don't know if this is at all relevant to our bounty hunt, but we'll drop down here anyway. Our bounty target doesn't show up on our map, and isn't on our mini-map. Or at least hasn't shown up on our map. Whether or not they can is another matter, I suppose. Yeah, I don't see anything that looks too much like a, Actually, I don't know which particular area specifically is considered the Winter Wonderlands. I guess it could be the island that Yule is on. This is Scrooge Island, which doesn't sound like a terribly wonderful place, but I could be wrong. But no, I think we'll go over to the Big Island, and we'll start our search there, or we'll resume our search there, I suppose. Oh, that was an odd. The camera was a little bit weird there. It doesn't seem like we can land up here. I guess this is not passable terrain. Oh, there we go. Let's try that again. Ah, okay. Yeah, so bounty targets do show up on the main map. If you want to fight, I don't particularly want to, but you aren't super fast, so we can avoid you pretty easily. That looks like an advanced Frost Ogre. Ice Ogre. Is that what they're called? Hold on. No, this is definitely different from the one that we fought before. We probably should have switched back to the Blazing Blade, but it is what it is. Oh, we can. Cool. Alright, so it's... Well, I was gonna say it's less of a summon. This is a summon. This is how summons work in, like, a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. Or Final Fantasy XIV? No. My apologies, I was thinking of Final Fantasy XIV. Because I still am interested in that game. But no. Summons are very different in Final Fantasy XIV. But, yeah, how summons work in a lot of Final Fantasy games, full stop, not Final Fantasy XIV specifically, where they're, you know, you summon them and they do a move and then they're done. What I was thinking of, rather, was probably Final Fantasy VII Remake, where you can summon them and they, like, remain on the field and will fight for you for a little bit. Yes, we are pretty good and strong at this point in time, it seems like. Having no trouble taking down these bounties. And yeah, since we need to be back in the Summerlands, that's, you know, now, I guess. I was going to say in the near future. Now. We'll finish off the last bounty while we're in the area. There we go, Alma Moon. Second place on the list. Took me a good long time to find it. Do we want to spend MP to heal when we could just go in and stay at the inn? Probably not. It's a little bit more costly in time and MP for gold, I guess, maybe. Well, probably less. It probably costs less in gold. Oh yeah, definitely. Man, remember back when inns didn't cost like hundreds of gold? All kinds of memories today. For a second there, I almost confused that artist for Derwin, but no, that is not Derwin. Let's take a sip real quick. Sip. Yeah, it's definitely been cooling down around these parts. Definitely been getting cooler. But still, the need to hydrate remains, and will always remain. So make sure that you are taking your own sips as well. Of water, ideally. It's nice to see you again, Your Majesty. I say, you have returned. Now tell me, boy, have you located that handsome young man in the picture we so generously gave you? Yes, we found him, Your Majesty, and now Prince Marcuson's back to his old self. That pictures of yours came in proper useful in the end, Your Majesty, even if you did only have it because you had a crush on the poor lad. We are most pleased to hear that you accomplished your aims, but what brings you back to us, pray tell? Your Majesty, have you heard of the Clarion? Indeed we have. Are we to take it that you require the aforementioned instrument? Is the time finally at hand? That's right, Your Majesty. We need it to cross the miasma marshes. A bull! You heard the young man. Fetch you-know-what this instant. Yes, most bountiful bovinity.
I present to you the holy wood.
Nice. It's fancy. Shiny. It's, it's gradient. It's a gradient. Guard that wood with your lives, won't you now? Who can say how long it will take for another branch like that to grow? Gee, thanks, Your Majesty. This means we can do battle with Shadar. So you really do intend to face him? Tell us, are you familiar with the events of the Wizard Wars? Yes, Your Majesty. I heard something about them. The whole world was at war, wasn't it? It was a most protracted and bloody affair, and at the end of it only 3 kingdoms remained. Al-Mamun, Ding-Dong Dell, and Hamelin. The three ruling families vowed then to keep the peace, and the Clarion served to symbolize their sacred pledge. But when the shadow of the Dark Djinn fell across the world, the 3 kingdoms were driven to a simply frightful series of disputes. In retrospect, it is most unfortunate that we did not join forces and make a new Clarion back then. Join forces, Your Majesty? That's right, boy. Now, if we recall correctly, you have already visited each of the 3 kingdoms. That's right, Your Majesty. We're close personal friends with the big, cheeses in every kingdom. It amuses us to think that a dear little boy should be the one to mend the bridges between our kingdoms. Thanks, Your Majesty. Yes, thanks, Your Majesty. We'd love to stay and chat, but this Clarion won't make itself. So head over to the next kingdom? Yes, it's time to go to Ding-Dong Dell and see King Tom. So yes, in fact, our next bounty is also in Rolling Hills, which is in the vicinity of Ding-Dong Dell. Can we travel here? Yes, we can. So yes, so we'll travel, we will pick up the bounty, and then we will conclude, or well, we won't conclude. We will conclude our business in Ding-Dong Dell, specifically. We will conclude something, but it won't be, the stream or what have you. They said west Rolling Hills, yeah, I think? And it doesn't seem to show up on the map now. Or at least doesn't show up on the map when we're on Tengri's back. So over here, on the very, very western edge of the Rolling Hills, in fact. Yeah, nearly to, I don't know why Tengri, turns around so, dramatically sometimes. Shellfire. Good thing that we didn't put the blazing blade back on.
Come on, you guys!
I don't know. Well, we'll send out Gunther. Let's see what kind of damage Gunther does. Not spectacular damage, but, you know, damage. Damage. Yes, and he definitely has the jumps. The jumps that we crave. I don't know if this creature's weak to lightning, actually. But it's not weak to... It's presumably weak to... Or it's resistant to fire, presumably. On account of being... presumably a fire monster. Yeah, Counter does a lot more damage with attacks, it seems like. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I don't need to worry too much about it, because the fight's already over.
We did it!
So we probably didn't need to put in all that much tactical thought into this. Alright, and Stonio, Thunderstorm. Do I... I don't know. And Stonio's not really a damage dealer. I don't know that I necessarily care to have Thunderstorm on him. So yes, so we probably could have just traveled to Ding Dong Dell and it would have been faster, but we've made our mind up. We will live with the consequences of our actions. Nope, too close. There we go. Inside. We'll take a rest at the inn. I was about to... for some reason I remember the inn as costing 5 guilders, and I was about to say, remember back when inns cost a single-digit number? But they didn't. They never did, it would seem. But yeah, this is definitely the type of game where the price of inns seems to increase mostly just with the progression over time, rather than having anything really to do with, you know, rather than having anything to do with the number of party members or with the particular locations themselves. I do kind of... I find it very neat whenever games, you know, whenever they choose to tie in prices with the actual location of the inn. Like, the only example I can, like, I don't know, I guess, like, you know, I was going to name an example, but then I realized I don't know that that's necessarily, I don't know that that's actually an example, because I can't think of a specific example from that game, so we won't worry about it. Let's see, we can claim another reward. This is probably the most ideal choice at this moment. Healing on the field, though. I don't know. This is what I want the most, so we're going to take it, regardless of whether or not it's actually, you know, optimal. We may be coming to a point where, you know, we're going to get more familiars wanting to join us than we necessarily want to join us. But, if we ever do decide to go hunting for Tokos or Tokos again, this will be useful, I think. But yeah, like I said, I was going to posit a game that ties in costs with particular locations rather than off to see the Cat King, is it? This place really takes me back. It was the first time we visited together, wasn't it? Listen, I'm sure you're enjoying your trip down memory lane, but haven't we got business to be taken care of? I hate to say it, but Swain's right. We need to complete the clearing, and that means getting this holy wood. Huh? But how? What's the matter? Don't tell me you've gone and dropped the flippin' thing. No, I didn't drop it, I mean. I just had it a second ago, I'm sure I did. So you're saying someone made off with it while you weren't looking? Well, you'd know a thing or two about that, wouldn't you? There you go, bring up the ancient history again. Look, you're the one who lost it, don't go blaming me. I had it all this time, I swear. Stop fighting, both of you. If it's missing, we have to find it, and fast. You're not wrong, Ollie boy. Let's go ask some of the folks around by here if they've seen it. It shouldn't be super hard for them to tell us, considering that it's, you know, all shiny and whatnot. What about you? What do you think? They say the king of mice lives down Ding Dong Well. But the last that I heard, somebody went and gave him a good whacking. I doffed my cap to them, whoever they were. Alright, so apparently the glowy, shiny wood is not particularly notable to these people. I can feel it in my bones. I just know he'll be home soon. Alright, so people around this part of town do not care, it would seem, actually. So maybe we should just talk to the plot-relevant NPC. I was hoping that we would have some unique dialogue for this event, but tragically no. Gotta go into the weapon shop, it would seem. You've got it, basically. Ah, hello there. Oh dear, you look quite worked up. What's ruffled your feathers? Some dirty rotten thieves pinched our... Hold on a minute. Look over by there, Ollie boy. It's the holy wood. Where'd you find it, sir? Ah, that's that what caught your eye. Pretty, isn't it? I thought it would make a rather nice window display. A flippin' window display? That's holy wood, that is. Don't tell me you were planning on wedging weapons in it. You were, weren't you? Mr. Quartermaster, sir, that holy wood is ours. It was stolen from us. Stolen? But I've only just bought it. For a price that would make your eyes water. Don't tell me I've been rooked. Afraid so, man. Whoever sold it to you must have pinched it from us, didn't it? Yeah, I should have been more cautious. I did wonder how he could have come by such a valuable item. So you know the person who sold it to you, sir? It was that young mouse, the one with the glasses. He's always coming around here, hawking his wares. Glasses? I never thought he was a thief. No, just because you say he's guilty, that doesn't make it true. If you want me to believe you, you're gonna have to bring me some proof. But how can we do that? There's only one thing for it, Ollie boy. We're gonna have to catch that mouse and get him to confess. Okay, let's do that. We'll get you your proof, sir. Please, do it quickly. I'd hate to think I was handling stolen goods. Well, hand it over to us and we'll handle it. Don't worry. The map would tell me that you know something about this, so what do you know about this? There are foraging spots dotted all around over the world. If you should investigate with them whenever the opportunity presents itself. Am I supposed to talk to the store? Hold on. Are they upstairs, maybe? Yes, they're upstairs. Okay. The upstairs has become relevant once again. We really are revisiting the original Ding Dong Dell experience. Oh, okay, no, it's over here. This is where the stairs are. Whoops. There we are. Oh. Oh, you're very cute. Eek! Leave me alone! Boy, you little pipsqueak. You're the one who tried to make a quick gilda selling the holy wood, aren't you? Squeak! How'd you find me? I'll never do it again. Honest. Never ever. My name's not Pip. Pip? But why? What made you start stealing? I needed the money, didn't I? Not that that's any of your blinking business. How am I going to make my dreams come true if I'm broke, huh? Your dreams? That's no excuse for stealing. What kind of dreams do you have, anyway? Nice try, dum-dum. You think I'm telling you? I know you'll just laugh at me for being a silly little mouse with big ideas. Crikey, bit bloomin' touchy, aren't we? There's no need to be so flippin' defensive, mouse face. Well, we did just corner him, to be fair. Anyway, let's call it the little runt and head back to the Quartermaster's store, shall we? Wait a second, you guys. Is it just me, or does Pip really remind you of somebody? You mean it might share a soul with somebody back in Motorville? I think so, but I'm not sure who it could be. Pip, would you mind telling us a little bit more about your dream? I won't laugh at you, I promise. Why should I? You can't tell me what to do. Why should I take orders from a big baby who sleeps with a stupid doll? Huh? What? Is that true, Oliver? Oliver, accused of... Local wizard, accused of being Big Baby. No, I don't sleep with a doll anymore. Haha, how grown up of you. I bet you still drag it around with you everywhere in case you get scared at night, you big baby. I do not. I told you, I don't sleep with it anymore. I stopped taking Mr. Drippy to bed almost a year ago. Oh. Ha ha ha. Now you've done it, dum-dum. You all heard him, didn't you? I bet your girlfriend's really impressed now. Stop being mean. She's not my... And I don't sleep with a doll. Cut it out, will you? Just cut it out, Phil. Did you just call him Phil? That mangy mouse's name is Pip. I'm sorry. It's just what he said. It sounded just like Phil when he's being mean. Blimey. Well, you know what that means. I don't know what you're on about. All I know is you'll never catch me. This rotten rodent is starting to get on my nerves. He's not making things easy for us, is he? What are we going to do, Oliver? Well, it took me a while to work it out, but there's no mistake. He can be kind of mean, and real stubborn, but he's still my best friend. I'm talking about Phil. Tidy, I think we've got our man. Just goes to show, if you got a big bully for a soulmate, you might just turn out to be a nasty piece of work too. Huh, I get it. Something must be going on with his soulmate to have made this mouse turn to a life of crime. I feel kind of bad. It's been a while since I saw Phil. I hope he's okay. Let's go and see Philip in Motorville. Come on, Oliver. There's no time to waste. Hold on. Has his name been Philip this whole time and I've been reading it as Phil? I mean, I guess Phil could be short for Philip. But it seems weird that Esther would call him Philip if everyone else had been calling him Phil. Well, if that is how it has been, then it is what it is. I say again. Alright, so there's presumably Phil's house. Pardon me for jaywalking. Ah.
I'm so bored.
That guy's so bored. Hey Phil, have you been possessed by any nightmares recently? Phil! Oh, it's you. Come to get even, huh? Even? Even for what? All I wanted to do was build an auto all of my own. A hot rod faster and finer than any other. Sure you did, Phil. It was what we both wanted. But my dream, it killed somebody. Gee, it killed your mom. Hold on, I'm remembering the Phil voice. Don't say that, Phil. Don't ever say that. It wasn't your fault. Don't want to worry, Ollie boy, but there's a funny look in your mate's eyes. Indeed, he has been possessed by nightmare. Fortunately, we've gotten pretty good at excising those, I do think. So we shouldn't have an issue this time around either. Philip's nightmare, void of ambition. Oh, so that must be it. All right. Yeah, okay. Yes, he is weak to light, as expected. Let's unleash some more power. Windfall. I don't like... Oh no, Reign of Terror... No, I think Reign of Terror is a new ability, I think. I was thinking this might be the one that inflicts the poison, or whatever. But maybe not, I'm not sure. Well, it has inflicted poison, so I guess it's the one that inflicts poison. In that case, we don't really need to worry too much about it, I guess. Ill will. That's new, I think. I'm not sure what it... Oh! It's increased its attack. Okay. Nice. Yeah, punch her with the big hits, as per usual. Let's heal ourselves a little bit. Oops. don't need to defend too hard right now. That was my bad. Let's see, what kind of damage does Mr. Smite? Pretty appreciable damage. Oh well. Don't need to worry about that, I don't think. Not a tremendous amount. Oh, Fester's low. I don't like that. That's pretty healing. There you go. Rain of Fair again, which I don't... No, it does damage, it does damage. I was about to say, which I don't think does damage, but it definitely does do damage. Oh, quite a bit of damage too, apparently. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. So we won.
We did it!
Alright, very good. So we didn't need to worry about it at all. Very good all around. Slow poke. I assume that slows. Invasion. So not quite. Yeah. I don't particularly care about that. Huge good, swing, Queensland, another move. Swain really does have like he's like one of the best like human party members for just like hitting things on his own. I guess no, Oliver's pretty good for that too, I guess. But Swain's basic attack is better, at the very least. God, all of it, it's all my fault. Flippin' heck, the poor lad's still broken-hearted. Phil, you must really hate me, Ollie. I guess we're not friends anymore, huh? No, I never said that. Should have been me. Should have been me in that car. Should have been me in that river. That way your mom would have never had to save you. That way she'd still be alive. You can't think like that, Phil. It won't change anything. What was I thinking? Trying to build a car. If I hadn't built that hunk of junk, none of this would have ever happened. Phil, this isn't what my mom would have wanted. I wouldn't want to see you like this. We were trying to make our dreams come true. We were trying to make the neatest car in the whole world, remember? Our dreams? Ah, who cares about our dumb dreams? But... Didn't you listen to a word I said? Your mom's dead because of our dumb dreams. So what do I do now? Build another car? Mess it up again? Get every somebody else? Get them? I can't. Listen to me, Phil. My mom would never want us to give up on our dreams. I just know it. Remember all these times we'd sneak into the car factory? Remember the old guy we made friends with there? The engineer? He told us all about cars, didn't he? And we promised him we'd make a better car than anything Motorville had ever seen. Sure, my mom used to tell us we had cars on the brain, but when she heard us talk about our dream, she'd smile. Never really got mad at us, did she? I remember. She wanted us to follow our dreams. I know she did. Follow our dreams. I know it's what my mom would have wanted. You can't give up on your dreams. Huh? Well, I never. Didn't see this one coming, Nolly boy. It's your own hearts that's making the locket glow. Nice. Your heart's brimming with ambition. I should have known. But what am I supposed to do? Can I really take a piece of my own heart? Well, it can't hurt to try now, can it? And it'll make a change from borrowing from other folks. Go on, man. Give it a go. Alright, this is a nice scene. Okay, here goes. This is nice. I like this. The impulse to strive for a better tomorrow. You obtained some ambition. Very nice. Jeepers creepers. That sure felt strange. I guess that must be how the people who helped us felt, huh? Nice one, Ollie boy. I told you it was worth a try, didn't I? Hold on, Phil. There's something I need to share with you. How can you say we should follow our dreams? It's next to my crummy dreams that your mom... Ollie boy, give him that ambition you got off yourself before he drives me potty, will ya? Yes, I'll fix him up with a piece of my own heart. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Huh? What is this? I feel kinda warm inside. I don't know what's wrong with me, Ollie. I just can't stop crying. I feel all warm and fuzzy, too. You know what that is, Phil? That's my mom trying to tell you something. She's telling you to never give up on your dreams. Never give up? That's right. We don't let my mom down, do we? So that means we have to keep on going. Keep on chasing after our dreams. I can't let my mom down. I won't. You're right, Ollie. I won't give up. I won't give up on my dreams. On our dreams. That's a promise, Ollie. And that's a promise, Ollie. Phil.
Ollie. Phil.
I'm gonna study hard and go to college. Then I'm gonna build a car that's safe. A car people can rely on. You'll see. You see if I don't. You'll hold me to that, won't you, Ollie? Sure I will, Phil. Now, there's one other thing I gotta tell you, Ollie. If you're gonna keep dressing like a weirdo, I can't be seen with you. Well, oh, these clothes. It's not what you think. Nah, it's okay, really. If you want to dress like a crazy, who am I to stop you? Now, I got important things to do. See you around, kiddo. Tell you the truth, Ollie boy. I didn't know if I was nabbing a nugget to your own heart was gonna work. Well, it looks like it worked fine, Mr. Drippy. Goes back to his old self. I've been waiting for ages. Where is he? Ah. Wait, hold on. Was that P who was speaking? Oh. Huh? Yeah? What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Oliver, I've been waiting. Where were you? Don't worry about the fact that my voice was just, like, super deep. Don't worry about it. P, what are you doing here? This is my house. P? I mean, P's here right now. Yes, she came out of my house, but how did you get inside? Easy peasy, I can open any door I like. Listen, P, I'm not sure I understand. Who are you waiting for? You, silly. I've got something to tell you. Oliver, are you sure you'll be alright? Whatever happens? Even if you find out the truth? The truth? I'm worried about you, Oliver. Are you sure you'll be alright? Well, I'm not exactly sure what it is you're worried about, P. But as long as my friends are with me, I'll be fine. You don't have to worry about me. Good. Oh, Oliver. What is it? I'll always watch over you. Okay? Thanks. What did P have to say, Oliver? We only heard what you said. You said she was worried about me, so I told her that I had my friends with me, and that I was going to be okay. Of course you are, Ollie boy. You got the High Lord of the Fairies on your side, didn't it? And don't forget me. We've been through a fair few scrapes, but we're still going strong, aren't we? Huh, as if he'd ever forget you, Swain. Thanks, you guys. That means a lot. Now Phil's back to his old self, so let's go see Pip. Right. Back we go to Ding Dong Dell. Back we go indeed. So yeah, that was a very nice little scene. I teared up a little bit there too. That was nice. Let's have a sip. And then we'll see Pip. Sip. Ah, we've got more quests now. Yeah, so let's see. I think probably, well, I don't know, I guess we'll see. But, I don't know, we might, depending on, well, I don't know. Yeah, wait, hold on, we're in the wrong area. Hold on. Let's try this again. But yeah, so we'll see Pip at least. We'll sort this business out. I don't know if how long our business in Hamlin will take, but assuming it doesn't take too long. Actually, well, yeah. We'll conclude the business in Hamlin. We'll probably do some more quests after that. And then we'll wrap up, I think. Probably. But yeah, anyway. Eek! It's you! Look, I'm really sorry. That thing I stole, it was really important, wasn't it? Huh? What flippin' transformation, man. Looks like this mouse is really your pal's soulmate. The thing is, I've already sold it. I sell things to the local shopkeepers, you see. I just don't know what to do. Don't worry, Pip. Let's just explain to the shopkeeper what happened. I'm sure he'll understand. I'm so sorry, Oliver. Ah, you're back, I see. We've caught ourselves a thief. Come on, Pipsqueak, out with it. This piece of wood. It was me. I stole it. Very impressive, considering that it's, like, twice as large as you are. You stole it. A little chap like you? He confessed, didn't he? That mouse stole it and sold it to you, the rotter. I haven't spent any of the money, I promise. I'll give it all back to you. Well, I sense this is an item of some value to you, and that its loss has caused you some distress. I hate to see it go, but I know where it belongs. Alright, we got it back. Well, that's sorted then. We're lucky the shopkeeper wasn't in the mood to rook us. You know, Pip, I can't believe you turned yourself in and returned the money. You call yourself a thief. I'm no thief, I'm telling you. That was just a moment of madness. I'm so sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. I mean it. Listen, it's okay. We got it back in the end. Oh, I almost forgot. You said that your dreams had driven you to become a thief? That's right. I've got big dreams. They don't come cheap. I need guilders, and lots of them. Have you ever heard of something called a cloud sweeper? Isn't that a sort of flying broom powered by magic? Not my kind of thing. Well, it's my kind of thing, that's for sure. Ever since I was little, I've always wanted to build my very own cloud sweeper. I want to build the fastest, bestest cloud sweeper in the whole world. Is it just me, or does he really remind you of someone? He sure does. Say, Pip, building something like that goes Let's take that again. He sure does. Say, Pip, building something that goes real fast is super neat, huh? Ha, finally someone who understands me. Thanks for taking the time to hear me talk about my dreams. Now, I need to save up some money. The honest way. Good luck, Pip. Oh, we can't invest in Pip's, enterprise? That's unfortunate. But yes, so we have at least one quest in the immediate area. Yeah, at least one quest. But I'm going to resist. Presumably because I feel like, given that couple, they're probably going to need some ambition, and I don't have any right now. I'm fresh out. I already spent it. But we'll probably get some back in the not-too-distant future anyway. But yeah, it looks like we're getting pretty close to time, so we might... Yeah, I might just talk to King Tom and wrap things there. Yeah, what, yeah, we're just, wait. Yeah, well, yes, okay. It's good to see you again, Your Majesty. Hmm? Ah, you have returned. How the devil have you been? One has been busying oneself with that rogue Hickory. Unless one is very mistaken, you come bearing the holy wood of Al Mamoon. That's right. We wanted to ask a favor of you, Your Majesty. No need to continue, dear girl. One knows precisely why you are here. So the Khalifa chose to entrust the holy wood to you. It seems that the time has come to reunite the power of the three kingdoms. Now, dear boy, allow one to do one's royal duty. Nice. A piece of carved holy wood. Wow, that was amazing. Yeah? Well, surely you would expected nothing less. Thank you, Your Majesty. It sure has been great seeing you. We have to head to Hamlin now. So, Moccason's up next. He was hoping he's been practicing his carpentry. Why are you mumbling to yourself, Swathe? So, you're off to Hamlin, hmm? Take care, won't you? It is a rather grubby place for one so very pure. Finally got something resembling King Tom's voice back there at the end. Maybe a little bit late for it, but it is what it is. So yeah, nobody in this immediate area has any ambition, it seems like. Or at least, not enough that we can safely borrow any from them. Oh, actually, hold on. For some reason I thought it was like... Yeah, I thought it was like... much closer to 4, or to 5. I misread my clock. Okay, so we can travel to Hamlin, I think. Don't need to go that far, there we go. But yes, so yeah, we've got plenty of time. I thought we had like, I don't know, less than, I thought we had like a few minutes left. Yeah, somehow I read like 4:39 as like 4:59 or something like that. Where's that warp? Wasn't it up here somewhere? Around here, maybe? I thought it showed up on the map. Ah, there it is. So yeah, we got another person in need over yonder. I don't know necessarily what they need, but there's a good chance that it's ambition. And again, we don't have any to spare at the moment. Ah, you're here. Interesting. I guess I don't know where else she would go. Where do Ghost? I guess I was gonna say I don't know if Ghost can travel, but she can certainly travel because she did travel. I think she might have said something about where Ghosts can and cannot go at some point. But I guess whether or not she can go wherever, she can't necessarily speak to most people. Because we do know that about Ghosts. That they can't necessarily communicate with just anyone. I feel like there's probably going to be a cutscene once we've assembled the Clarion, or some sort of event. So, if that, whatever happens, doesn't get resolved by the, by the end of today, we'll just have to, have it as a cliffhanger, I suppose. Hello, Moccasin. We need you to finish carving something for us. Flippin' heck, somebody didn't go to finishing school. Heard of the word please, have you? I do enjoy your visits. There's a certain liveliness you bring to every occasion. Now, you mentioned carving something? I've forgotten Marcuson's voice too. Yes, Your Majesty. Ash was talking about the Clarion. That's right. We need you to help us finish it so we can clear a path across the miasma marshes. Ah, I see. You've come to the right place. The Clarion may only be completed by the ruler of Hamlin. But I am afraid that there is a minor problem, namely that he does not possess all the skills required. Huh? How do you mean, Your Majesty? To complete the Clarion, one must possess not only magical power, but the talent to carve the necessary holes. While I may have the magical skills, I am unable to help with the more practical aspect of the process. So you're saying you're too clumsy to complete the Clarion? I mean, I think what he's saying is that he doesn't know how to make a flute, which is fair, because I don't either. There's a lot of people who don't know how to make flutes, I imagine. It is not a matter of clumsiness, I assure you. No, the skills that are required are passed from the Emperor directly to his heir. Gee, so your father passed away before he could teach you about this stuff? Huh? Well then, we'll just have to go back in time and get him to teach you. I mean, I guess that would work. That's a passable... I mean, that's a good theory, but also we can't do that because we've already time traveled. Blinking heck, you make it sound so flippin' easy. You only get to use breach time once in a lifetime, remember? Ah, you're right. Well then, what can we do? Aren't you forgetting someone? I was thinking. We've got someone here who's pretty good with his hands. Swain, do you mean... Truly? Did he... Well, I can't promise miracles, but Father did teach me a few things, yeah? Ah, yes, your father. Did he, come from this kingdom too? Only never mentioned. Gah, alright. I just didn't want to make a big deal of it. Yes, Marcuson's my brother, and my real name's Gascon. There, I've said it. Wait, did we not already establish that? I guess we, as the audience, and me as the player, have known. But I guess Esther wasn't there at the time. So yeah, Esther wasn't there. So, yeah. Anyway, back to business. Oh, that? You knew... I knew that we knew that already. We were there, you know. Okay. Man, I'm forgetting everything today, wow. Why are you so hell-bent on getting me to admit it? Anyway, we can discuss the whys and wherefores there later. The point is, my father taught me what I need to know. And you're telling us this now. If you'd let us know a bit earlier, we wouldn't have had to come all the way to Hamlin, would we? And we just, teleported here. It wasn't a big deal. I'm afraid it's not that simple. I can't do the magic part, you see. Flippin' heck, so you're no use to us either, is it? That is not quite true. Ah, so you know what I'm getting at, do you? Let's try that again. Ah, so you know what I'm getting at, do you? Didn't quite nail the voice there either, but we'll just work. We'll just I shouldn't be drawing this much attention to it. We'll just play the ball as it lies. Suppose it's not all bad having a brain box of a great sage for a brother. I'm not sure I understand. What cannot be done alone may yet be done together. Is that not so, brother? Oh, I get it. You're gonna make it together. Exactly. Now give it here. Are you ready, Moccasin? We've got work to do. Yes, brother. I am ready.
Wow. That thing sure seems powerful.
Yes, and they work so well together.
Wow.
There we go. You obtain the Clarion. Now I can finally clear a path to Shadaw's castle. Thank you, Your Majesty. And thank you too, Swain. Oh, don't worry about thanking me. But how long is it since we last made something together, Moccasin? Ha! You remember the model pig tank we made together? Ugh, a bloomin' pig tank. That's the last pagan thing I want to be reminded of. You'll hear no arguments from me on that score. Anyway, let's focus on the task ahead, clearing the miasma marshes. Clarion looks so beautiful. I can't wait to hear how it sounds. I think you should be the one to play it, Esther. Yeah, Holly Boy's right if you ask me. Yeah, if you ask me, there ain't no better woman for the job. I agree. I mean, I'd love to do it, but I'm tone deaf. I'll do it. I'll play the Clarion and clear a path through the miasma marshes. I truly believe you will, Esther. Thank you, Your Majesty. Come on, Oliver, we should get going. You're right. It's time to head to the miasma marshes. The unbreakable bond between the hearts of two princes has unlocked the story of the Wizard's Companion. You know what? I think this will be the perfect note to end on. Pun not intended, but I wish I had intended it. Alright, now, time to settle in for some reading. Which one is it? It was the Flute Makers, there we go. Let's take a sip real quick before we begin. The Ninth Tale, The Flute Makers. Part 1, 4 Brothers. In a certain kingdom, there lived 4 brothers. Though their parents had both died and they had grown up poor, the brothers became famous and highly regarded. The first brother was very strong. Once, when the kingdom was in need of a new lake, he had lifted a stone bigger than 3 dragons out of the ground, creating a great hollow. He then carried the stone to the top of the tallest mountain in the land, lest it prove an eyesore to anyone. The king could not contain his delight as he watched the hollow slowly filling with water. I gotta say, no, we won't interrupt this story. We'll just read. And I'll give my thoughts later. The second brother was the greatest artist in the land. He went to the top of the mountain and carved wonderful sculptures from the stone that his brother had carried there, and offered them to the king, who was rendered speechless for the first time in his life with their beauty. The third brother was known as a master craftsman. He took the sculptures that his brother has made and erected sturdy walls between them, creating a mighty castle. He even used the remaining pieces of stone to build a working clock. The king was amazed at how it always told the correct time, despite being made of stone. The king now had a new castle that he believed was the most beautiful, the best defended, and the most convenient in the whole wide world. The brothers were delighted and became full of confidence, for each of them believed that he was the greatest man alive. I am the one the king should thank for having such a wonderful castle. After all, I am the one who carried that stone all the way up the mountain. Thou mayest have carved the stones, and thou mayest have bound them together, but had I not brought the stone up there in the first place, nothing of that could have been done, said the first brother. Ha! But the king would have not looked twice at the castle had I not carved these statues so beautifully, retorted the second brother. And yet it was I who took thy sculptures and made them into a castle. What use hath the king for statues, pray tell, beautiful though they may be? After some time, these discussions became so fractious that the three brothers resolved to live apart, on the eastern, western, and southern edges of the kingdom. The youngest brother of the four was unlike his three older brothers. He excelled at nothing, and he was weak and clumsy. Though his older brothers would mock him constantly, the youngest brother was a docile sort, and did not pay much heed to such insults. He was, however, worried about his brothers living apart, and he resolved to pay each of them a separate visit. Thick fog. A short while later, disaster befell the kingdom. A thick fog covered the entire land, blocking all sunlight for 100 days. Crops would not grow, and people became unwell, and yet the very worst of it was that the fog put an end to all music, for it simply could not be heard through the heavy broom. The whole kingdom adopted a silent, funereal air, and still the source of the fog remained a mystery. One night, as the king slept fitfully, he had a strange dream. In it, someone was telling him that the only way to clear the fog was to play a certain flute, the most beauteous flute in the world. Upon waking, the king immediately summoned the three brothers who had built the castle and commanded them to build such a flute. Since the three brothers no longer spoke to one another, however, they would not cooperate, and each went off to carve his own. I am the only one capable of making a flute fit for a king, said one brother. It is simply too great a feat for the two of you. Ha! Thou mightest better say that of thine own self, countered the second. My flute will be the finest, as thou shalt see. Boast if you will, scoffed the third. All men know that mine will be the best. And so the arguments continued. After some time, all three brothers finished making their flutes, and went to present them to the king and his subjects. All the kingdom gathered on the shores of the lake that had been created by the first brother, anxious for the presentation to begin. The first brother picked up his flute, which was very big and made of stone, and blew. Try as he might, however, the flute would not produce a sound. The king soon turned his attention to the second brother. His flute was a beautiful, delicate instrument made of clay, but when he blew it, it too produced no sound. The king was now becoming rather agitated, and hastily commanded the third brother to blow his flute. It was made of a single bone, with holes drilled in the appropriate places, yet it too could produce not a single note. The king was furious, and banished the brothers from his sight. Several days later, the king awoke to hear the song of the flute that he had dreamed about. It was a beautiful sound, one that cleansed the heart and brought tears to the eyes of royals, minstrels, soldiers, plowmen, and even the baker's cat, whom many had thought was deaf. As the flute played on, thick fog that plagued the kingdom began to clear. The king was naturally delighted, and started searching for the source of this blissful sound. Trusting to the evidence of his ears, the king came at last to the house of the fourth brother. There he found him and his three brothers sitting together, with tears in their eyes. The king began to extend his warmest gratitude to the youngest brother, but was politely interrupted. Alas, this flute was not my work. My three brothers built it. And then he proceeded to explain all that had come to pass. The youngest brother had been visiting his three brothers every day, hoping to persuade them to come to work together as before, but his brothers were stubborn, and would not listen. After some time traveling hither and thither, from south to east and west and back again, all the youngest brother's efforts got the better of him, and he collapsed in a heap. When his 3 elder brothers heard what had happened, they all felt sorry for their youngest sibling, and went to visit him as he recovered. The eldest brother visited him first. "Is there aught I can do for you?" he asked. "Indeed there is. Hie thee to the forest, and cut down the tallest tree thou findest there. Chop it into small pieces, and bring them here to me." Thinking that his brother wanted firewood to keep him warm under the thick fog, the first brother agreed to what he was asked. "Very well, younger brother," he said. "I shall start cutting right away." "Thank you," the younger brother replied from his bed. And before long, the first brother came back, a smile on his face and a pile of logs under his arm. The next day, the second brother came to visit his youngest sibling. "Is there aught I can do for you?" he asked, upon which the youngest brother brought out one of the logs the first brother had cut for him. "Indeed there is. Carve of this wood something beautiful for me. Perhaps a pipe?" Thinking that his brother wanted an ornament in his room to make him feel better, the second brother agreed without the slightest hesitation. "Very well, younger brother," he said. "I shall start carving right away." "Thank you," the youngest brother replied from his bed, and before long the first brother came back, a beautiful wooden pipe under his arm. The next day, the third brother came to visit his youngest sibling. "Is there aught I can do for you?" he asked, upon which the youngest brother brought out the pipe that his second brother had carved. "Indeed there is. Wouldst thou be so good as to drill some holes into this pipe for me?" Thinking that his brother wanted something to entertain himself with while he was ill, the third brother gladly agreed. "Thank you," said the youngest brother from his bed, while his older brother had returned with the finished pipe. "But I actually have one more request." "Of course, younger brother. What is it?" "Call our 2 brothers, and tell them to come here." Though the third brother hated his older brothers, he could scarce refuse his ailing sibling's requests, so piteous did he seem, and he agreed to go and fetch them. Despite all being gathered under the same roof, the 3 brothers would not look at each other, much less speak. Then, in the midst of the silence, the youngest brother pulled out the flute they had made and lifted it to his lips. As soon as he began to play, the 3 brothers began to weep, realizing how foolish they had been. As they listened to the sound of the flute, they recalled the past that they had shared, their humble home, their parents who had loved them so, the days when they had supported each other and helped each other before they won fame. The 4 brothers continued to weep as they realized that there was only one truly special, that each one was only truly special when he worked with the others. All 4 of them, indeed, for it was only the youngest brother who could produce such pure note from the flute. The tears that they wept were the most beautiful tears the world had ever seen, for they were tears of love. After the king had finished listening to the youngest brother's story, he decided to give all 4 brothers a special medal. From that day onwards, the brothers agreed to always work together, and they all lived happily ever after. Yeah, this is just a day full of lovely stories. Absolutely delightful. But yes, so that brings us to the end of today's stream, and just in time to adjust my posture real quick. Pardon. But yeah, hopefully, the sounds of the floor moving, I guess, when I move around won't be picked up by the microphone soon. And how nice that will be. Hopefully also I'll be able to figure out what is the cause of this weird background noise. But that is a separate issue. So, let's see. So yeah, I guess we'll go over the schedule again, like I do. So, let's see. Tuesday, we'll be playing some more Borderlands 2 with Altariana, Chevy Sheps, and Judo Kami. Wednesday, we'll be playing some more Ni no Kuni. Thursday, we'll be playing some Save Me Sakuya-san. And then on Friday, we'll be playing some more Ni no Kuni. Imagine that. So yes. So, let's see. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, rather, we're expecting streams at the usual time, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Central Time. I don't know. I still can't remember if it's daylight saving times or not right now. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember which one. Yeah, it's Central Time. Whatever Central Time is now. But yes. So that will be that when that is that. Then on Friday, we'll be playing Ni no Kuni at 10 a.m. Central Time. And so yes, so that is that. You may even say that it is what it is. But anyway, let us find someone to raid, because indeed we must. Indeed we must. Let's see. you know what? I think today we will drop by and we will see one of our friends. One of our friends that we just mentioned a little bit ago. We will go and visit Judo Kami. Let's see, /raid. There we go. So, already been over the schedule. I guess once again we'll go over. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be getting a new shock mount for the mic, so hopefully that will improve the audio quality a little bit. I'll be getting a new webcam, so hopefully that will improve the video quality a little bit. I mean, I guess it'll improve the quality of my tracking and whatnot, not necessarily the rest of the video aspects, but you know. And I'll be receiving not a mic stand, a stand for the webcam so that I can, you know, stand it up. Because yeah, the way my monitors now, my monitors are now, there's not really a super convenient place for me to put the webcam that it would be able to capture me particularly well. So yeah, I needed a stand for that, and we have one, or we're gonna get one, I guess. Anyway, so let's see. Other than that, once again, we've got the coffee. You can go support that if you want. But raid message, we have arrived as per usual. So yes, thank you all very much for being here. Hope you have all had a fine time. Hope you have a fine day, and will continue to do so. Let us get this raid underway, and farewell.